Port Charles has seen its fair share of masks, memory swaps, secret twins, and long-lost returns, but nothing, absolutely nothing, could prepare the town for the earth-shattering revelation that is about to explode like a bomb in the middle of the Quartermain living room.
And the real Drew? He's alive. He's back.
And he's ready to expose the imposter who stole his face, his life, and his woman. Worst of all,
that imposter is the man who married Willow.
For months, fans have whispered it. Comment sections buzzed. Reddit threads burned. Even characters inside the story felt it but couldn't quite name it. Drew doesn't feel like Drew anymore. He's colder. He's too calculated. He doesn't look at Willow like a man in love, but like a man executing a plan. The warmth that once defined Drew Kane. The man who loved with his whole heart, who fought for Jason's memory, who protected Scout, who carried Oscar's legacy like a sacred flame, seemed to vanish. In its place stood someone polished, ambitious, eerily composed, and disturbingly detached. When Drew suddenly pursued Willow with laser-focused intensity, it felt romantic on the surface.
But underneath, something predatory lurked. And now we finally know why. Because that man was never Drew.
It happens on a storm-soaked night, the kind Port Charles only gets when fate is about to rewrite history.
Monica is hosting a small family gathering.
Willow, now officially Mrs. Drew Kane, is there.
Scout is there.
Michael is uneasy but trying to be supportive.
Carly feels something in her bones she can't explain.
Jason, recently back from the shadows, watches Drew with the kind of stare soldiers give to someone who doesn't belong in the unit.
Then the door opens.
And in walks
Drew. Not the one standing beside Willow. The real one. Same face. Same voice. Same scars. But different eyes.
Eyes filled with rage, pain, and recognition.
The room freezes.
Willow gasps, whispering, "Drew?"
Two men. One name. One truth.
And only one of them is real. The real Drew steps forward, pointing at his double.
That man is an imposter.
He's been wearing my face, living my life, and sleeping with my wife. Silence crashes over the room like thunder.
Willow staggers back as if struck.
Scout runs to the real Drew on instinct, her soul recognizing her father before her mind can catch up. Jason's hand curls into a fist. He already knows which one is the brother he fought beside in hell.
The imposter tries to stay calm. Too calm. Everyone relax. He's delusional.
You know what trauma can do. But the real Drew laughs, a broken, haunted sound. You rehearsed that line, didn't you?
Just like you rehearsed being me. The story that spills is darker than anyone imagined.
Years ago, during a covert WSB operation tied to the same program that created Jason and Drew, a third subject existed. A man so erased from records he was believed dead. A specialist in psychological warfare. A master of mimicry. A man trained not just to impersonate, but to become. His code name, Project Echo. His mission, replace Drew Kane if Drew ever became politically or strategically valuable. And when Drew started gaining power, wealth, influence, when he became a Quartermain in every sense of the word, Project Echo was activated.
The real Drew was abducted, drugged, kept in an off-the-books facility. His memories mined. His mannerisms studied. His emotional responses mapped. Then Echo was released into Port Charles. And he performed flawlessly. The most horrifying part? Willow wasn't just collateral damage. She was the goal.
Echo needed to secure Drew's emotional and legal position. And Willow, with her connections to Michael, the Quartermains, and her saint-like public image, was the perfect shield. By marrying her, Echo gained * legitimacy, * access, * political protection, * emotional camouflage. No one would suspect a newlywed hero. And Willow, vulnerable after everything she'd survived, cancer, cult trauma, betrayal, was the easiest to manipulate. He studied her. He mirrored her needs. He said all the right things. But he never loved her. He was playing her. When the truth hits, Willow collapses into a chair, her hand instinctively going to the wedding ring. I felt safe with you, she whispers to the imposter. I trusted you.
Echo's mask finally cracks.
That's because I made you feel safe. That's what I do. Real Drew kneels in front of her. You married a stranger wearing my skin. And I'm so sorry he used your heart as part of his cover. Tears stream down Willow's face as she realizes every kiss, every promise, every whispered I love you was scripted.
The marriage is a lie. The vows are a lie. The man she thought healed her is a lie.
Jason steps forward, his voice low and lethal. You don't move. You don't run. You don't breathe without permission.
Echo smirks. Still the enforcer.
Some things never change. The brothers stand side by side, Jason and the real Drew, united at last against the nightmare that tried to replace one of them. You took my face, Drew growls.
You took my daughter's trust.
You took Willow's body under false pretenses. And now you're going to tell us who sent you. Echo's eyes flicker with something close to fear.
Because he knows.
In Port Charles, imposters never survive for long. Before he's taken into custody, Echo drops one final bombshell. I wasn't the only one. You think the program ended with you and Jason? There are others. Sleeper agents. Replacements.
Some of them are already in your town.
The implication chills everyone. If Drew could be replaced,
who else already has been?
Willow has to face the unthinkable. Her marriage is legally void, emotionally violated, spiritually shattered.
She wasn't unfaithful. She wasn't foolish. She was targeted. But trauma doesn't care about logic.
Every touch now feels contaminated. Every memory feels stolen. Every smile in their wedding photos feels like mockery. And the real Drew? He watches the woman who once could have been his future, now broken by a monster who wore his face. I lost years of my life in a cell, he says softly. But you lost your sense of reality.
And that's worse. Port Charles will never be the same.
Asterisk the WSB launches a massive investigation. Asterisk the Quatermains lock down their empire. Asterisk Jason goes hunting for whoever created Project Echo. Asterisk Scout struggles to understand why Daddy was someone else. Asterisk and Willow must rebuild her heart after being married to a ghost. But one thing is certain.
The real Drew is back. And he is not the man who stole his name. The imposter is exposed. The marriage is destroyed.
And the truth, like always in Port Charles, has come home to roost. Because in this town, the dead don't stay dead. The masks always fall. And no lie survives the light forever.